Rabbi Moshe, the son of Maimon, was born in Spain but lived most of his life in 12th century Egypt. You may know him as Rambam or Maimonides. Most Jews of his era knew him as Ibn Ovadia, named for Ovadia, the patriarch of his family, going back 7 generations. Rambam was a world-famous philosopher. Till this very day, his Moreh Nevuchim, Guide of the Perplexed, which has no less than 83 commentaries, is studied by philosophers and students as a classic work of philosophy. Perhaps you heard the saying, Mimoshe ve'ad Moshe lo kam kim Moshe. From Moses to Moses, there arose no one like Moses. Indeed, even during his lifetime, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon was compared to the greatest Jew who ever lived, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, the Torah giver. The Jews of Yemen held him in such high regard that they prayed for him every time they said Kaddish. On his original gravestone, Rambam was referred to as Mivchar Ha'anushi, the best of mankind. Rambam was the personal trusted physician of the powerful emperor and warrior Saladin of Egypt. In fact, some of Rambam's medical works were written exclusively for the royal family. Today, over 900 years since birth, there are hospitals and schools, even stamps and currency honoring him. Arguably, it's Rambam's series of 14 books that took him 10 years to write that is his most significant contribution. He named it Mishnah Torah, meaning second to the Torah of Moses. Unlike all his other works written in Arabic, Mishnah Torah was written in Hebrew. In his introduction, Rambam promised those who learned his work, study the Torah of Moses, and then study my Mishnah Torah, and you will be fluent in Jewish law. Did this amazing work gain the popularity it rightfully deserved? Not entirely, at least not the way Rambam envisioned it would. So, in order to promote learning of Mishnah Torah, Jewish leaders came out with some very creative ideas. For example, several years after Rambam's passing, Rabbi Tanchum HaYerushalmi wrote a Hebrew-Arabic Mishnah Torah dictionary to assist Middle Eastern Jews who were not very familiar with the Hebrew language. Another resourceful Sephardic rabbi from Turkey in the 17th century by the name of Shlomo ibn Muvchar noticed how people were more interested in songs and poetry than studying Mishnah Torah. So what did he do? He rearranged the words of the entire Mishnah Torah, thus transforming it into an incredible blend of song and poetry. Shortly after the printing press was invented, the Jews of Italy published a sort of Kitzer Mishnah Torah, an abridged version. This single volume made it affordable and accessible for every Jew to study on a regular basis. But that was only for the Jews of Italy. Despite all these efforts to popularize it, for the past 800 years, the Mishnah Torah has been used mainly as a reference book, a starting point for the hair-splitting analysis of the wisest Talmudic scholars. But Mishnah Torah is a lot more than that. It covers every aspect of Jewish life, from morning to evening, from India to Indianapolis to Israel, from birth till death. The prolific Rambam combed the entire corpus of Jewish literature and arranged the laws in a perfectly organized system. Everything was there, and everything had a place. If a Jew had a question in halacha, Jewish law, he only needed to open the appropriate section and quickly find his answer. Although the accepted contemporary halacha does not always follow the rulings of Mishnah Torah, Learning it provides every Jew with an amazing opportunity to learn Kol HaTorah Kulo, the entire Torah, even the laws of the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple. To facilitate learning all the laws of the Torah, in 1984, the Lubavitcher Rebbe initiated a campaign for every single Jew to learn Mishnah Torah on a daily basis.
I encourage you to join the movement. Choose from one of three options. Either learn one chapter of Mishneh Torah per day, 3 per day, or sections of my Sefer HaMitzvot, the Book of Commandments. Indeed, it's a new world, a world that is getting closer and closer to the words that conclude my Mishneh Torah, Umala'ah ha'aretz de'at Hashem, kamayim layam michasim, and the world will be filled with the knowledge of God, like the sea is covered with water.